walked through the house naked. He walked through the house naked, knowing that the sister was in there. That, he was trying to do something. What's up, y'all? It's Mel. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel if you're new. So today we're going to be doing something very interesting. We're going to be reading Reddit stories. It's my first video doing this, so welcome to episode 1 of reading Am I the Asshole Reddit stories. So let's get into it. I found a couple of juicy Reddit story posts, so let me pick one. Let me pick a few. Also, please bear with me. My camera might overheat, so it might be a little choppy. Hopefully not, though. We should be good. It's not, like, too hot outside. So, the first story is, am I the asshole for calling off my wedding because my fiance wants to invite guys she had a gangbang with? First of all, no. But we gonna read, though. We gonna read. Okay, we gonna hear about. So, just the title. Me and my fiance were planning our wedding, and she had her invite list. I saw nothing wrong with it at first. Then her friend's boyfriend told me something about it, that 5 of the guys were from her college and they had group sex a few times. He told me that if he were me, that he wants to know, and I gotta buy him like 20 beers. So I never knew this was about my fiance. And honestly, while I don't really like it, the act itself isn't the issue, but inviting all of them to our wedding, yeah, that's an issue. I told my fiance this and we got into a fight. Eventually, we both agreed to call things off, and I'm reconsidering things. Let me be crystal clear about something. It's not that she had a gangbang that's the issue. I'll say it again for those who are slow. It's not that she had a gangbang that's the issue. It's the fact that she wanted to invite all of them. They weren't even friends anymore since she hadn't even mentioned them. 2 of them just happened to be sons of an old family friend. Okay. Is he the asshole for calling off the wedding? No, he's not. Because if you think about it, it's weird. Like, if you're marrying someone and they had like a past that, they did gangbangs in the past, that's, cool. Like, people do what they do. All right, we'll leave that at that. But why would you want to invite people you did it with at your wedding? Like, it don't matter. He said 2 of them just happened to be the sons of an old family friend. Okay, but like, you still had a gangbang with them. So why would you invite them to the wedding? So no, he's not the asshole. Honestly, I would do the same thing. Because that's weird. Because why are you... No, it's not. Okay, so this one person in the comment section was like, if she cared at all about her husband-to-be's feelings, she would have never even considered inviting them. Exactly. Because it's like, it's just weird. Because why would you invite people that you had those type of relations with to your wedding? Right? Like, I get it. Y'all can be cool after the fact. But, like, to invite, I don't know. It's just weird to me. That's just weird. I don't know. What y'all think, though? Would y'all call out the wedding because of that? Or would y'all, like, wouldn't care? But anyways, moving on. We're going to go on to the next story. I don't know how many stories I'm going to read, but this one's pretty short, so we're going to keep it going. The next story is, boyfriend prefers porn over sex with me and told me in the cruelest way. Okay, so this one is true off my chest. I know it's not Am I the Asshole, but I thought it was interesting, so we're going to read it. Okay, so a couple of nights ago, I had sex with my boyfriend, and the next day he told me he didn't feel satisfied because he comes better with porn. He wasn't trying to have a conversation or figure things out. He just said it like it was nothing. If he wanted to jerk off, fine, but he went a step further and basically told me I don't measure up, why he didn't want to come in me, and why he just wanted to finish on his own. I never asked for details, but he made sure I knew why, and that's why he was going to jerk off. I was stunned and hurt. I told him that some things just don't need to be said because they can really hurt your partner, and his response was, boo freaking who, get over yourself. Then he called me childish. I wasn't trying to start a fight. I just wanted to tell him that what he said hurt me, but instead of listening, he dismissed me completely. Now I feel like I should have just kept my mouth shut. I thought he was supposed to be my safe space, someone I could be vulnerable with, but all I got was more hurt. I feel like I have no one to talk to, and my thoughts are consuming me. I thought I could turn to my boyfriend, but that backfired, so here I am, writing this because I don't have anyone else to vent to, and it's killing me inside. Am I overreacting? Am I being too sensitive because I can't shake off how much his words got to me? Okay. Okay, to answer her question, she said, "Am I overreacting? Am I being too sensitive?" No, you're not overreacting. You're not being too sensitive because, first of all, there's so many issues with this because if your boyfriend prefers watching that over actually doing it with you, I don't think I don't think the connection is there anymore. Like in order for a relationship, I'm not saying that uh that sex is everything in a relationship, but it's a big part. Being intimate with your partner, it's pretty important. So if he prefers to watch it versus doing it with you, that's a problem in itself. And I just feel like at that point, does he even want to be in a relationship with you? When she told him how that made her feel when he said that, all he said was boo freaking who. Meaning he don't care about your feelings. Red flag. Automatic red flag. Break up with him. Leave him. Okay, leave him for real. Because he don't. Number one, he don't even like being intimate with you, and number two, he clearly doesn't care about your feelings. Y'all need to break up. That's not a relationship that you need or that you need to be in. It's not a relationship that you should want to be in. Okay, so someone in the comments was like, I think you're underreacting. This person clearly doesn't respect you, and it seems like he said what he said to cut you down and make you feel more insecure so you'd be more dependent on him. This is a huge red flag, and you need to put yourself first. Better to be alone than have someone treat you like that. Dump him. I agree. I agree. This is a huge red flag. A red flag is a signal of danger, a warning that there is something worse under the surface. This isn't a red flag. This is the damage already done. Yeah. Because it's like, I don't think it's gonna get better. Like, I don't think this is gonna get better. Like, he already don't respect you. He tells you this stuff. Like, if he could say this, he could say more. He's probably said more that we don't know. But break up with him. Moral of the story: leave him. Cause no, this one is pretty interesting. Okay, am I the asshole for not inviting my sister to my wedding because she jokes about sleeping with my fiance? No. Cause you're being weird, but we gonna read. So I'm getting married in October. Small, chill, nothing crazy. Should be a happy time, right? Except my older sister, 31 female, has this thing where she constantly refers to my fiance, 29 male, like aggressively, and it's always under the guise of OMG, I'm just joking, don't be so sensitive. First time she met him, deadass said, wow, you upgraded. I'd let him ruin my life too in front of me. I laughed it off because I didn't want to seem insecure, but like, what? WCF. Then she started with the if you ever get bored of him, you know who to call comments again in front of me. I told her it was weird and she rolled her eyes and said I'm too uptight. She made so many little jabs. I saw him shirtless once. Damn girl, you got lucky. If you die first, I call dibs. Too bad you got to him first, lol, like it never ends. My fiance thinks it's awkward but tries to ignore it. He's not flirtatious back, but he also doesn't really shut it down either. Just gets uncomfortable and laughs nervously. Last weekend was the last straw. We were at my parents' house and I left to grab something from my car. Came back and heard her saying, I swear I'm not making this up. Oh no. She said that in parentheses. I swear I'm not making this up. Okay. Quote unquote. This is what the sister said. I mean, if you're having second thoughts, I'm always available. Just kidding. Unless. Okay. Like the unless was real. That's not a joke anymore. That's a goddamn come on. I snapped, told her she's disgusting and can't come to the wedding. She flipped, cried, told my mom I was being dramatic, and now the whole family's saying I'm ruining the family over a joke. She's just always being flirty and doesn't mean anything by it. I don't even care if she meant it or not anymore. I just don't want that energy around me when I'm trying to get married. But now it's this whole thing and I'm apparently the villain for excluding her and making it bigger than it is. Am I the asshole for uninviting her, or is this actually insane? Because at this point, I feel like I'm losing it. No. You're not the asshole for uninviting her. Your sister wants your man. And if you were to die, or something was to happen to you, she's stepping in. And she's going to take him. It sounds like he's a good dude. Like, he's not flirting back. I don't think you feel me? But it's just a sister problem. It's, like, what is her issue? Because, first of all, that's your sister. So if your sister has a man and you're being flirtatious with your sister's man, That's just weird. Like, so someone in the comments was like, not inviting her ass is the best thing you can do. She's the type, in my opinion, that will try to outshine you on your big day. I get she's your sister, but damn, I would never do that to one of my sisters. That's so disrespectful. Exactly. Like, that's so true. Like, I feel like if the husband and the sister was in the same room without, the main sister, she would try to do some weird stuff. Being attracted to your sister's partner, that's one thing. Like, you don't really have control over like who you're attracted to, but like to sit here and joke with the sister about wanting to do this, that to her husband, and saying how, oh, if you die, I gotta get dibs on that, da da da, is crazy. Like no. And then the family at that, it's always the family. The family is always defending the bad person in these stories. Like, these families need help for real. But moving on. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend after he skinny dipped in our pool with my sister at home? Hello Reddit, my boyfriend 31 male was home with my sister 19 female. While I was out and I got home and my sister was locked in the guest room, she told me she had something to tell me. She had been staying over for a couple days. She said that she looked outside her room window and saw my boyfriend naked in our backyard pool, and she saw everything. She said that later she was in the kitchen and he walked in and he wasn't wearing anything, and she could see his junk, and he stopped and said hi and waved, and she was shocked, and he walked by her before going to his room to grab some clothes and then walked naked through the hallway to the shower and had a long shower. She said she was frozen and embarrassed. She then went to her room and locked herself in until I got home. I confronted my boyfriend and he just said that he felt like skinny dipping because it was hot out and that he lives there, so he thought it was fine. It's my house and he's living with me, and I told him he's a fucking creep, and he didn't even apologize to my sister when she saw him before, and I broke up with him on the spot and told him to get the F out, and he told me he can apologize now and not to overreact, but I told him we were done. He wouldn't leave immediately, and I screamed at his face that I'll call my sister's boyfriend over and we'll see what he does to him when he hears what happened, and he left. I made my sister promise me that next time she feels uncomfortable to tell me or her boyfriend or someone right away. I told his friend and word spread, and now everyone thinks he's a weirdo and they stopped talking to him, and he blew my phone up, and I just texted him that his actions have consequences. I told my sister's boyfriend and he threatened my ex saying he better not go near him or my sister or he'd find out. Am I the asshole? No. No, you're not. Because first of all, your boyfriend is 31 and your sister is 19. 19. Teen, okay? She's still a teenager. First of all, okay. There's nothing wrong with skinny dipping, but please, if you're gonna skinny dip, make sure nobody is around. Like, you shouldn't be skinny dipping knowing that people are gonna see you. He knew that the sister was at home. I'm pretty sure he knows how old she is, right? And that's an issue, because if he's willing to do this around someone who's so young and him being so much older, and I just feel like if he's doing that to her little sister and he doesn't see an issue with it, he's done it before. He's done something like that to probably other little girls, probably younger than 19. That's an issue. And I'm glad that the creator, I'm glad that she broke up with him on the spot, because I would too. That's weird. That's my little sister. And being an older sister and having little siblings, you're very protective over your little siblings. So for someone that you love and someone that you think highly of, that you wouldn't even think that they would do that, to do that is disgusting. Like, no, we're breaking up. Get out the house, for real. So yeah, I applaud her for breaking up with him, and she's not the asshole. Anybody with a sane mind knows that she's not the asshole in this situation at all. Yeah. So someone in the comments was like, not the asshole. It was more than just skinny dipping, since he walked through the house. Yeah, exactly. He walked through the house naked. Knowing that the sister was in there. He was trying to do something. And he's a grown man with grown man strength. If he wanted to do something more, he could have did that. And I'm glad that the sister locked herself in the room, because the intentions was evil. He had very evil intentions. He had ill intentions. That's so weird. Let me finish reading this though. Not the asshole, it was more than just skinny dipping since he walked through the house naked. Even when he saw your sister, he didn't cover up or apologize. He knew exactly what he was doing. Literally. Like, literally, come on. Not the asshole. That wasn't just poor judgment. It was deliberate, creepy, and disrespectful. You did the right thing kicking him out. Yeah. Yep. And then okay, this person said, don't forget he stopped on his way to his room to greet her. Yeah, he definitely planned this. He's only angry because he's only angry because not only did it not work the way he wanted, but OP rightly broke up with him. No one else wants to be around him. I'm glad she did what she did. Am I the asshole for telling my best friend's fiance that she was cheating? Hi, so my best friend Charlotte, 24 female, and I, 27 female, have been best friends since college days. We bonded by going out partying and just living carefree. She got with her boyfriend, now fiance, when she was 19, so I know him well, but we aren't close. Don't have each other's number or socialize without my friend there, etc. The other night we went to a club for our mutual friend's birthday, just a girly night. I'm recently single, so I was living carefree, kissing guys, flirting, not hurting anyone as I am a free agent, and wanted to let my hair down since it's been a long time since I've been single and it was a rough breakup. Charlotte has always loved attention. When we used to party back in our younger days, she was always snogging other men. Never anything more, and nothing more was said about the matter. This night was the same. She was snogging and kissing up every man she could get her hands on. I don't like to judge. Her business is her business in my eyes. And my loyalty, if with Charlotte 100%, she's like my sister after all. All is well, and we had a crazy but good night. Her fiance picked us up from the club and was driving me home. During the journey, Charlotte starts getting a little bit aggressive. Not sure if she just drank too much or what, but she starts telling her fiance I was acting like a hoe in the club and kissing every man I could. While it's true, I probably kissed a bit too many men, I was single and having fun and not hurting anybody. I was not falling on men's laps and grinding all over them or anything like that. I let it slide thinking she was just being drunk, and she carried on saying I have no self-respect and was just talking me down to her fiance. He said I was acting wrong and being single does not excuse me acting like a hoe in a club. Without thinking, I replied, but being engaged is right? Question mark. And the CWR went silent. CWR? I don't know what that means. Charlotte then turned around and was like, why would you lie like that? I laughed and told her fiance, and he was mugged, and Charlotte has always been acting a hoe when in clubs. Every single time. I was angry in her because why did she need to even bring up my behavior at all? It doesn't affect her. It does not affect her fiance how I am acting, but to put me down like that when you was acting the same way, I was pissed off at her. Her fiance said I should sober up before accusation, so I pulled up my mobile phone when we had reached the bus stop near my house. I told them don't even drop me home at this point. I showed him a photo I took of her stalking and touching up this other man, clear as day. By the way, I did not take this photo to use against her. We take a lot of photos when out, and we always just take random photos. He got angry and kicked her out the car, and he said this whole time had been a lie. Then he drove off and left us at the bus stop. Charlotte went crazy at me, pushing me, telling me I betrayed her, and why did I need to speak her business like that? I told her she started it by making out I was a hoe. I didn't cheat on a man. When I was in a marriage, I didn't cheat on my man. I act different when I am single because I can live as I please, and I am not hurting anyone in the process. She tried to do me dirty by embarrassing me in front of her fiance, but the audacity when she was snogging every man in the club too. She should have just kept her mouth shut and leave it at that. Now all her friends are blaming me for the breakdown of their engagement and relationship, saying I'm acting jealous because my marriage did not work out. Am I the asshole for blurting out the truth? No, because she was trying to dog you out in front of her fiance, and she was being, She was being contradicting because she was doing the exact same thing that you was doing. So no, you're not the asshole. And it's just like, I'm not gonna say I get it, but it's like, even if you're drunk, I feel like you should, I don't know, I've never been drunk to that point where I just start saying random stuff. I never been drunk, period. But like, I'm pretty sure, like, isn't there a way you can still like not say certain things? Like, you gotta have at least some type of awareness to not say certain things. So it's just like, For her to just out the blue talk down on you to her fiance, and then her fiance having an input saying, oh yeah, you shouldn't be doing this, that, and the third. First of all, your wife was doing the same thing I was doing, and I'm single and I ain't got no man. But your wife, not wife, fiance, your fiance out here kissing up on men and snogging men and this, that, and the third. So no, you're not the asshole at all. And then her friends talking about some, oh, she's acting jealous because her marriage didn't work out. No, first, that's not even your real friend. That's not your real friend, because your real friend would never even say nothing like that to you. Your real friend's not gonna sit here and call you a hoe in front of her fiance at that. So no, you're not the asshole. Someone said not the asshole. You've had her back on this for years. Now she's calling you out. Likely she feels threatened. Should you have not been supporting her behavior? Probably not. Enabling a cheater is being a cheater. Yeah. I have a picture of a train wreck for moments like this. Yeah. Like, as a friend, as a real friend, you shouldn't. If you see your best friend cheating, and knowing that she has a fiance and is about to get married in, the next month or something, why are you allowing your best friend to cheat? Because think about it. If the best friend never said anything about this, if the best friend never called her a hoe and talked down to her fiance, the best friend, or OP would have never blurted this out and would have never told the fiance that the best friend was cheating. So she's promoting the cheating. She's letting the cheating happen. She should have been did something. Even if she didn't tell the fiance herself, she should have told the best friend, hey, I love you, but you gotta stop. Cause why are you cheating as a almost married woman? If you wanted to be single, you could have just broke up. You could have called the engagement out. When he proposed to you, you should have said no. You should have said no. Knowing that you was going to be doing this. And then you've been doing this since college, too. No. Some people just don't change. Nah. If you wanted to do all that single stuff, you should have just never said yes to the engagement. Not the asshole. She should have kept quiet. Did she expect you to just sit there and listen and her fiance call you that? People in glass houses should not throw stones. Exactly. Her relationship breakdown was a consequence of her own actions. Can't snitch something she hasn't done. She isn't your friend anyway if she's calling you a hoe to her man. I wouldn't worry about it. Get better friends, not the asshole. Right. 100%. Last story I'm going to read. I'm gonna have to put a little TW, okay? A little TW, trigger warning. Am I the asshole for being relieved that my rapist, because I can't say the real word on YouTube, killed himself? I'm just gonna sit here and say no. He deserved it. Anyway, no, let me not say that. But I'm gonna say no right off the bat. I feel so guilty right now. I wish I was sad that he died, but I'm not. And it's actually killing me. I'm grieving over it, but I'm not sad. So he's 3 years older than me. He made a routine out of raping me when he was 10 years old. 9 to 10 since I have a late birthday and I was 6. Okay, so he was 10 and she was 6. He would do it every time I went to his house and would usually find places to do it. I tried to push him away. I ran, I cried, but he would do it in places like under the bed or in the closet, so I couldn't escape. And I would constantly tell him to stop. The first intercourse was so bad that I got an infection from it. This is not why I'm relieved he's dead, by the way. Years and years later, I am diagnosed with PTSD, depression, OCD, all stemming from other traumas, including that when I was 10 and younger. So I see him again on Christmas and his family, and he seems to have forgotten what happened. I didn't hate him at all because we were stupid kids and he was just being a dumb kid, but he didn't forget it. He told me straight to my face and made a joke about raping me when I was a child in front of my own sister. He said, remember being super P. Diddy? What? He said, I remember being super P. Diddy when you were little. Those are his last words until months later, my parents told me he shot himself. Good. I was angry, upset, but a small part of me felt guilty and relieved. We went to his funeral 2 weeks ago. I hate myself. I never wished death on him, but I was relieved because we were supposed to be in a hotel together with his parents. Thought it got canceled because he killed himself. My parents didn't know, and he was the one who did it. Yeah, you're not the asshole for being relieved that he killed himself. Because it's like, you were 6 years old. You were still a child. And for him to rob you of your childhood, okay. Because she said, what did she say? She said that we were both kids and he was just being a dumb kid. Raping someone is not just being a dumb kid. I don't care how old he was. 10 years old, you have kind of an understanding of what's good and what's bad, right? At 10 years old, yeah, you should have an understanding of what's good and what's bad. And so for him to continue to do that to you, and then getting older, he remembered it and he said, I remember being super P. Diddy to you. It's crazy. That statement alone means that he doesn't feel sorry for what he did to you. He's finding enjoyment out of it and he's laughing at it because, oh, I was being super P. Diddy to you. That's funny. No, it's not funny because you robbed me of my childhood and now I have all this trauma because of you. That's not funny. So, no, you're not the asshole for being relieved because he killed himself. No. I feel like anybody who do acts like that should, you feel me? Like it's just, why do people are just mentally messed up in the head. And I just feel like you're not the asshole, boo. You're really not. Someone said, not the asshole, your feelings are valid. Trauma does not come with a rule book. Yeah. Cause it's like, what are you grieving? Like, what are you grieving about this man? Cause the only memory you have of this man is that he hurt you multiple times when you were little. So what's sad about him dying? Like, what's sad about that? There's nothing sad about that at all. In my opinion. In my opinion. In my opinion. You are entitled to the relief. My daughter was great and I would never wish violence on anyone, but I sleep more soundly if the guy was gone. Exactly. Because it's like someone who does something like that, not especially, because someone who does that to people, regardless of age, regardless if you was raped as a child or as a teenager or as an adult, they shouldn't be able to walk the earth like everything's okay, like everything's sunshine and rainbows. That's just my take on it. That's just my take on it. Let me see if somebody else said something in the comments that I want to read for y'all. Someone said, I straight up unshamingly wish violence on anyone who did that to my baby. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, someone said I would, as in I would feel relieved that this happened. I would. I'm glad he's gone, and I hope your daughter's rapist dies too. Cheers, OP. Only good rapist is a dead one. And I hope it caused him great pain. Unapologetically being a vengeful woman over here. Yeah. I just feel like, yeah, anybody who does bad things like that deserve bad things to happen to them. Because why'd you do that? But yeah, that's it for this video, y'all. I really hope you guys enjoyed this new type of video. This has been episode 1 of Am I the Asshole Reddit Stories. If you like this video, keep tuning in with me. I am Mel, and this is my channel. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave comments. Let me know what y'all thought of the stories. Let me know if y'all want longer videos. I don't know how long this video gonna be, but let me know if y'all want longer videos. If y'all want like different Reddit threads, like am I overreacting? Advice needed. Just let me know. But yeah, bye y'all.